Last time on Off the Beaten Path.
There has been some problems with giant ants in the past.
It looks beautiful, except not the opposite of that, because it's disgusting.
I'm going into a rage.
I'm gonna make it an ant. Like, an ant is shaped alike, and it's like,
There's no way that we're gonna get this guy out of here.
I'm grabbing the leg that I cut off, and I'm just gonna shove it up into the wound that Alex made.
In a world divided by cities and wilderness, where anything can and will happen just beyond the city gates, only the foolish, crazy, most balls to the walls adventurers dare to venture forth. Off the beaten path.
But anyways, yes, you see the sleeping ants. There's the tunnel back to the main entrance. What is the current party objective? What's going on?
We still have to find the queen.
yeah.
Don't know where that it'll be. Thought.
Was there another...
There was another
exit?
path that we didn't take.
The path, you've taken all the paths, but the one path you took led to the fire ants, and you retreated quickly after that.
Yeah.
There wasn't another path after the ant lion? Like, it was
It was just a pit.
And then we have to go to the fire ants.
Sounds
Go
like
from
it.
fire
Let's do
ants.
it.
I mean, also you could continue on through the sleeping ants. It descends into darkness. You basically, at this point, you kind of have like two different paths you could try.
Sleep, that's probably where the... Now that I think of it, it's probably where the...
That's the sleeping ones.
There's a lot of them in there.
I don't know, it seems to me more likely that the queen would be guarded by some fire ants than some sleeping ants.
Wasn't there a bunch of magma pits and stuff where the fire ants were too? I'm not a fan of magma.
That's where the queen's gonna be. We could say fuck Silo and forget about this, or we can get brave and we can go to the magma pits.
No, let's go to the magma pit. Oh, if you're watching this, Thor.
You just hear. Okay, so heading back, you head through the main hall. The ants greet you, of course, like they did before. And when you get back in the magma pit area with the fire ants, they too greet you. It seems like they are just smelting something. You're not really sure. It kind of looks like gold, but it's a little off.
Gold, steel.
The chamber tapers off into a tunnel ahead, and there's also a big opening to the right.
Let's try the chamber on the right.
You do that?
We just poke our head in.
You get this strong smell of like rotting wood, and you see that this area is like invaded with like moss, overgrown. Ants are like totally encrusted in this moss, and there's like some dead people, and there are these very large mushroom-looking creatures, kind of gathered, and it looks like they're just sitting against this big patch of moss.
Eat one.
You see that there are 6 of them in total. One of them looks taller than the others.
Taking out my axe, I'm gonna walk up to it.
As you approach, they all kind of perk up at you.
Are they like coming after me?
They just look up.
I'm just gonna stand still.
They look very curious. What about you guys?
I'm gonna stand back at the door. Just in case things go south.
What, Brad? You don't want to get in here and get your next storyline?
He's just
Stay at
gotta
the door.
observe. Just stay back and observe, Brad.
Well, I need to take some notes for my next scene, so I'm gonna stand back here and watch what happens between.
Josh, one of them goes, and these spores come off of it.
I'm gone. This is Dark Souls.
As the spores land on you, and as they touch you, you feel a voice inside your head. It says, "Who are you?"
Torment.
What are you?
Your demise.
That's what you're saying? Okay, they're gonna start attacking.
Oh my god!
So you two just hear Josh talking to himself, and then these big mushroom guys just come running after him.
I'm attacking him.
Like they're circling him. Let's do initiative.
6. I'm going last.
No, you're not.
Oh, Alex is going last.
A natural 1. I think I should sit this fight out.
The taller one of these mushroom guys, he comes rushing right up to you, Josh, and just starts trying to club you with his big, disgusting, moss-encrusted hands. 21 and a 10 for 5 damage. You feel the club is like very The moss is very solid on its hand, and it even cuts into you like a blade would.
18 to swing on them.
You're running up and joining the fray?
Yep, with my glaive.
18 would definitely hit.
So 12.
The mushroom top pops off and it drops dead.
Mushroom soup tonight.
24. The tall one.
Okay.
12 points.
So yours sinks into it, and as you pull out, you see it kind of close back up around it. It still seems wounded, but it's just kind of like the moss regrowing around it. So let's see, swing on you, Coleen, for 4 damage.
Ha!
That was 3 of them. So one small one at you, Josh, and then the big one's going to swing at you again for a 12. So you're able to, you just take the hits like they're nothing. They do absolutely no damage to you. And then after it punches you, you see they all kind of shake and the spores stick to you too, and you hear a voice in your head that says, "Why are you attacking us?
You're attacking my friends.
He threatened our lives.
What do you want me to do?
Not attack us."
Stop
Attacked us first.
Stop attacking him. Stop attacking him. I'll stop
No,
attacking
he wants
you.
to kill us.
Then I will kill you.
Well, I'm gonna whip out my rapier and I'm gonna charge in and stab old big face.
Old big face.
Old big. It's a 16 hit.
That will definitely hit.
All right, we're gonna do a whopping 3 damage.
Put that in your diary, probably.
22 to hit.
Plenty. That'll kill
12.
it. Boom. You just chop another one. Boom. That's like you're making a stew. Mushroom stew, just 2 of them dead. No big deal. Getting the big one.
Yeah. 15 points.
15 points. Bam, you sink your axe deep into it, and it kind of lets out a squeal, but your axe is like so deep into it that it kind of cuts off its windpipe, so it kind of just like vibrates through your blade, and you feel it. 3 left, Coleen. Okay, so one of them was about to punch you, and the other 2 swing so wildly that they punch him in the face, and they kill him. I rolled 2 natural ones on one of them. They do that, and then they kind of look at each other, and they look at you, and they're like, "You're next." Very unintimidatingly. And then young Joshua, the big one, swings on you for 13.
Nope.
Okay, so he swings in again. It hits you in the chest like it's no big deal. Like, "Come at me, bitch."
All right, you're at 20.
Plenty. It's plenty.
20 is plenty. Stab one in the face for 8 damage.
Are you going for the big one or the?
Oh yeah, I'll help Josh with the big one.
Yeah, the big one. Okay. So you stab it in, and it kind of goes into his head, and you pull it out, and this time it doesn't like reform. His head just kind of hangs in 2 sides, but he's still moving. He's still kicking, and it is Stoic's turn here.
17.
Another bam, you're just like, it's like left and right. You got him like on a cutting board, and you're going down the line.
Like chopping them up.
It's just like that. You got your glaive in one hand, and you're getting it done. So that is back to Tarbin here.
Okay, I am...
Big dude staring you down.
The hole in his face. I'm dropping my axe, and I'm going to put my hands in there and just split.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
16.
That is enough.
I'm just going to stick my arms in the hole, like all the way to the other side, and just split it in half.
It's like splitting a cheese stick, just right down the middle, and it just drops dead after that. There's one left, and he kind of just drops to his knees, and he's like, "Don't kill me!
What the hell are you?
I'm just a mushroom. We grew here."
I'll free you from your miserable existence.
No! No! Like, for the love of God!
Female Jared puts her arm in front of your axe and stops it.
Where's the queen ant?
The queen ant?
Yes.
Why do you want to see her?
None of your business.
Says you're going the wrong way if you want to find the queen. Well, the long way, he's like shaking, he's like, if you just keep following that way, and then it'll lead into a tunnel, and just follow the tunnel, and you'll be on the right way.
I leave.
He dies quickly.
Oh.
Painlessly. No pain.
I
He
loathe
says,
you.
He just goes, he dies.
Hey, in my eyes, I'm just waking him up to the reality.
Well, you're
The
wrong.
Matrix.
You guys get 50 experience points each for besting the mushroom man.
Alex doesn't.
Yeah, that fool. How dare he go upstairs and take care of responsibilities.
That puts us at 3, right?
Yeah, but you don't level up until you
What
take a
was he
long
doing?
rest.
And then I say that we go the way that he He was pointing.
So you continue on. This it's not a tunnel. It's just the moss kind of slowly fades out on the walls and the cavern and leads to this looks like an abandoned camp. You see there are Castle Inc. logos on these dilapidated tents. There is a fire pit that was dug that has long since been extinguished. It looks like a base camp that is aged. Like it looks pretty aged. Multiple years of in use.
I got a 19 to kind of stroll through and look through the tent.
Okay, you search one of the tents. It's like maybe the third one you search through, and you find another syringe.
Bunch of fucking drug addicts down here.
It looks like watermelon pulp and smells like bad breath.
Can I shoot up a little bit?
It makes all the words come out of your mouth as silent puffs of strange vegetable scents.
This is useless.
It's tomato, that's all it is.
After I see her do that, I'm gonna take my syringe and go.
Like nothing really happens, and you move your hand in front of your face, and just where your hand is, like that distance, it zooms in. Like it's even like it kind of it's closer than it ever should be. Like, oh my god!
Whoa.
But then it goes away, just as soon as you do it. But as you continue to search these tents, you see one of them has had the back like ripped out of it, and there is another tunnel dug. And this one is very small, like you would have to crawl, and it'd be very cramped for Josh.
So we're not sure which way exactly the queen would be.
This is the only path you see in this area.
Oh, okay. So, well, there we go.
Going through it.
Let's go. Who's
There
leading
we
the way?
go. What's the order of the march here?
Yeah, who's
I'll
leading?
go first.
It's kind of like that tunnel, except you got a little bit more shoulder room, so you can
You're
kind of
making the way for us.
your army crawling. Every once in a while, you hit a rock, and it like trembles a little bit, and you stop, and then it stops. Like the trembling settles down, and then you keep going a little bit.
He's second, and Stoic is third.
Okay. You feel that heat from the smelting, the magma pits again, and the tunnel kind of branches like in a Y towards you, like you guys are here. And so you come up and you can look back and see the red light from the lava in that direction, and the tunnel keeps going straight. So it's like a meeting point, and you're going and you're pushing through, and the tunnel starts to twist and like turn like a river might snake. So you're having to make these really awkward turns as you're going around. You go for like, it goes on for like 60 feet of that. And it doesn't feel like you're going forward very much as you're going like side to side. And you said you're picking up the rear, Stoic. I need you to make a dexterity check.
13.
For a split second, you hear a latch click. What do? You just hear a latch click. That is all that registers. This is like slow motion right now. And you just hear like a chick.
I back up.
You back over a trapdoor, kind of obscuring the tunnel, and spider legs come up. And it's very kind of disturbing because the pit is very small, and these spider legs look like they belong to a very large spider. And just the legs fit out. And one of them tries to strike you. So your shield barely fitting in the tunnel, ping, blocks it off, and the legs stay up. You got your glaive, kind of hard to maneuver here. I'm gonna give you disadvantage to attack.
Nat 1. I'm screaming like a girl.
Okay. So just as you see the exit, Coleen, female Josh, just as you see the exit, Tarbin, and as you see the light silhouetted around Tarbin's ass, Brad Pitt, you hear the screams of the female Jared, the female Stoic behind you.
Kind of flattened. So like we're up here and she's back here. Did the door open like this, or did it open like this?
It opened
It
away
opened.
from her.
So if you guys come,
So like
you
this?
could push it closed.
Okay, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start backing my ass up.
Okay. Are you gonna try to turn around? Are you gonna exit and turn around, or just literally back
I'm
that
just
ass
gonna
up?
literally back that ass up.
Backing that ass up. You're
trying, like-
scooting real fast, backing it up.
I'm trying to like kick the door shut back down on top
What
of
about
the
you,
legs.
Tarbin?
I'm gonna keep going
You should
forward.
probably just keep going.
Okay, so you come out. I'll explain what you do in a second. The spider is going to try to get you again there.
There's no way I'm gonna.
Yeah.
be
Let's
able
see
to
what that
attack him.
thing does.
Nothing.
It can't see you. It's basically going off sound. So it comes up and just strikes the wall above you. Like poof, and some rocks kind of fall a little bit. No big deal.
12.
12? I don't know. It's got a pretty solid exoskeleton. So you stab forward and it just goes boom off the side of it. And it screeches. Alex, you want to try to kick the door, or Brad?
I stopped screaming, by the way, because I don't think I should be screaming when we're trying to sit
Fair.
around.
That's
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
gonna-
point.
Let's see if I can't like.
Just do a strength check.
Come on, 5.
Let's see what it is.
Rocking.
Yeah. Okay. So you kick it and it just hits one of the legs and bounces off, and it goes, and some of the legs turn because now it knows there's something on that side too. It's not having any luck with you, Coleen. It's striking around you. You can actually see that it puts the legs on the edge like it's about to try to climb out.
I got a 6.
For some reason, you just swing wide, and it goes into the side of the. It's just because this armor is so bulky, and it's just so awkward in this thing. You want to try to
Big money, no ways. 15.
15. Okay, so just do a D4 damage for me first. It's not going to shut, but it will close and hit some damage on it.
1.
Plus your strength modifier.
1.
It doesn't even seem to notice, honestly.
I can't blame it.
I can't lie to you. It would honestly have rathered you do more damage. Tarbin, what are you doing? You crawling into the next room?
What do I see out here?
When you get into it, you see it's a semi-large chamber. There's a tunnel like across from you, continuing, and there is a slight. It doesn't quite go to a tunnel size, but it does dip in, and then goes to your left, and you see darkness. You see some ruins of like stone buildings of some kind, and like in the darkness, you can see the ground sloping up.
I'm gonna see what I can see down in their hole first. Like if I can see the spider.
Yeah, if you look back, you just see Brad Pitt like kicking behind him really furiously, and you just see these spider legs like going like this, basically.
I'm just gonna yell for him to come out.
Tarbin yells for you to return.
Well, she's trapped on the other side of the spider.
I can't. I have to go through the spider.
I didn't realize
So the
that.
spider, it pulls itself up, and you see, if it weren't for the fact that it was a spider and its legs could like bend up and stuff, it would be like completely filling this tunnel. Because its legs are like up on the ceiling and down, like they're all over the place, and it is like right up in your face, and it's gonna try to bite you.
Okay.
You just put your shield in front of it, and it goes boom. Resounds through the tunnel.
I got a 5.
It's like a battle of idiots right now. You try to stab over your shield and it just doesn't hit
I'm not
anything.
even trying to stab it. I'm just trying to tackle it now.
So you're just pushing against it. Here, let's make a strength. Yeah, no, it doesn't budge. You push against it and it just kind of keeps you right where you are. What do you got?
I'm gonna see if I can like turn my rapier around and like poke.
Maybe it's gonna be with disadvantage.
13.
You get a lucky just back jab and you hit it like right in one of its legs.
That's an 8. Give me an 8. 7.
Tarbin, to the left, you hear moaning in the darkness, just like a.
Okay, I was about to say what kind of moan.
You hear like ants having
I'm gonna.
rabid ant sex, and directly in front of you in that tunnel, you hear what sounds like talking, but it's very quiet because it's pretty distant.
So I'm gonna squirt a little bit of that syringe in my mouth.
You either have to use it or don't use it. The squirt is
The whole
basically
thing?
you get a taste that you might be able to discern what it does.
I'm gonna use it.
You're gonna use it. Basically, what happens, Josh? It is called. It's a potion, but it's in syringe form because that kind of sounds cool. But it is potion number 1, which is clairvoyance. It allows you to designate a location within 100 feet. You can see that location as if you were there. You can look at a different location each round, and you have 4 rounds.
Okay.
So what do you want to look at
I'm
this
gonna
round?
look at the where the whispering's coming from first.
How it's zoomed in on your hand, it zooms in and goes down the tunnel. The tunnel just widens into an area. It doesn't just like stop and open. It just kind of widens and curves. And you see a small band of adventurers huddled around a small fire like they are resting. Yes, you see a man in knight armor who has a very nice feathery cape. You see a drow that looks like a scout sitting there. There is a guy who just looks like a peasant. He's in peasant clothes with a crappy hat and like a shitty lute. And there is a man like decked out in black leather armor with like a mask pulled up over half of his face. And he's just kind of sitting there brooding, but the rest are discussing something.
What are they talking about?
You hear them talking about something to do with the queen. Like, the queen wants us to do this, the queen wants us to do that, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like they're trying to figure out what to do. Back to the spider and the the fanfiction version of Jared here. Yeah, okay. Finally, I hit you. Isn't that so great?
Is that a nat 20?
That's a nat 20. I would apologize, but for the love of God. It knocks your shield away, and its two fangs sink into your chest. And that does 10 damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'll just use the 19 that I got.
Okay. So, and you feel the poison seep into you. With that Constitution save, you do ignore some of the damage, though. So it would be 4 more damage.
Okay.
And you feel your chest kind of grow numb. Like this it's trying to be like a spider. It's trying to paralyze you and drag you back to the hole.
Okay.
Glaving it up. Finally getting a hit.
11.
11 points. Hot diggity dog. More than Alex did with 2 attacks. But that's not a diss. It's a... She's better. So you sink it like right into its side, like, and the blood kind of spills out, and it screeches and hits it, thrashes, like a spider. Really quick and disgusting movement.
I foresee my character getting bit in the ass here in a minute. Is it 14 hit?
Yes.
9 damage with that rapier.
You get a lucky shot, and this seems to be the theme of today, right into its bum, where the web comes out, and your blade sinks in all the way to the hilt.
Oh.
And the spider gives one thrash, it yanks it out of your hand, but then it hits the wall, and then just drops dead. And you're able to pull it out, and it's like sticky with webs when you pull it out.
Because one more hit, and I think I would have been down, potentially dead.
So for you, you don't see him. All you see is the spider's all 8 eyes go really wide, and then it goes... and drops down. It's trapdoor open.
Okay. I push it into the trapdoor, and then I just close the trapdoor down. I'm probably getting number and number.
No.
Oh, okay. So I just crawl.
Like I said, you weren't poisoned yet. It was trying to poison you.
And I start crawling out.
This is Paul.
I'm looking pretty bad.
Okay, so you all get 50 XP. Josh, you get it too, just because you're part of the party.
Fucking shared experience.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
He wasn't there. He wasn't even within eye shot.
Hey, I'm making progress on where the
so this is they have not caught up to you yet. Second round, you have 2 more after this. What do you want to look at now?
noise coming from the other direction.
Do you have dark vision?
No, I don't.
Like the ground slopes up really dramatically, and you see light up above, and all you hear is like this moaning, like a ooh, and like shambling, feet dragging across dirt.
Okay.
And now as they crawl, are you just gonna catch up with Josh?
So I'm gonna catch them up on what I say.
You see Josh has an empty syringe like jabbed into his chest, just hanging there, and he's just sitting there like there's like a piece of drool hanging down, and then he just goes, and it pops out and hits the ground, and he tells you basically what he's seeing.
I got so fucking high while you guys were in the tunnel. Holy shit.
Skooma, dude.
Next time, Off the Beaten Path.
So they're sitting there completely minding their own business as a crazed 7 feet tall Goliath who's descended from storm-born giants runs in with his double-sided great axe and crushes the skull of their companion.
Who's next?